All right, guys, we are back. It is Sunday, February 21st, and your boy got crushed yesterday. Overall, the picks were terrible. I had two things that saved the day for me yesterday. I'll get into that in a second. But just to go over the picks real quick. 0-3 on the locks brings me to 10-17 for the month, down 11.5 units. Those 2-unit bets are killing me. You know, my most confident pick in history, the over in the Kentucky-Tennessee game. Who knew that Tennessee just wasn't going to score any points? I mean, oh my God, that was frustrating. That was frustrating to say the least. But what are you going to do? 0-3 yesterday, down 10-17 for the month, down 11.5 units. Just get back on the horse today. We're going to get it. We still got a week left. We got a week left in the month. That's long enough. That is more than enough time to turn this thing around. I'm not worried about it. Overall picks, 6 and 7 yesterday. At least got some in the win column yesterday. 40 and 55 now for the month. Again, we got more than enough time to turn this ship around. I'm not worried about it. Going a little bit later today. Just trying to focus in on less games, more winners. Real quick, before we go through the boys, the two things that saved me yesterday, no free ads, but FanDuel ended up having a promotion for the Kentucky-Tennessee game. Place a pregame moneyline wager on either team, and if your bet wins, you get $3 for every point they win by. Your boy bet Kentucky, you know it. So, shout out to my boy Joe Dizzy because he is #1 UK fan and kind of made the bet in his honor, and it smoked. It smoked. It could not have gone any better. So that was great. And then, you know, I took a little bit from the winnings of that, put that on my Edmonton Oilers to win last night, and guess what? The hockey guy got it right. So we're going back to hockey again today. Run through the boys real quick. Yesterday, Spencer the soccer god, he had a little bit of a rough day. He was 1-2 on his locks, brings him to 9. I mean, he's still smoking. 19-9, up 8.5 units. He missed on a couple monster parlays by one game. Eastern Kentucky crushed him. Oh man, it was a heartbreaker. This thing was a whale. He's going back in today. You're gonna see. He's gonna get one of these. Hopefully, I'm along for the ride when it happens. Seanny Sizzle, 1-1 yesterday. He had Nova and the over in that game. Nova won that game and covered, by the way, and covered. Very important to note because I took UConn to cover, and that again was wrong for me, like a lot of my picks yesterday. All right, so he was 1-1 yesterday. Brings him to 7-11 for the month, down 3.5 units. Stevie player props. He's in a little bit of a dry spell right now as far as the locks go. 0-3 yesterday brings him to 8-9 for the month, down 5.5 units. Still, they're all doing better than me, so shout out to you guys. All right, we will dive right into this. Stevie player props. He's working with a lot, of course. He always is. You know how he is. He makes the bets, and I love it. I love every second of it. Start with an NBA parlay. Pelicans +3 at home against Boston. The Knicks -3. They are at home against the Timberwolves. Nuggets -3 at the Hawks. I love that pick. Sixers -2.5 the Raptors. I think we might have the whole squad back today. If so, oh my God, get in on that line right now because if they announce Simmons is playing, Embiid is playing, and Shake Milton is back, that line will go up, I promise you. NHL, from one hockey guy to another, glad to see it. Canucks, money line at home against Winnipeg Jets. Devils +1.5 at the Capitals. Flyers +1.5 the Bruins. That should be a good game, rivalry, you know. It's just hockey talk. Little baby parlay, you know, the kind that I like. Drake -12.5 and over 133.5. I love that bet. I am still on the Drake train. Let's see, a bigger NCAA parlay here. Got OSU. This line is bouncing all over the place. It has been at 2. It's gone to 2 the other side, and everywhere in between. when he got this bet in, he gave it to me at Ohio State plus 1.5, which I love that line. They're at home against Michigan. This is like the game of the year in the Big Ten. Houston money line at home against Cincinnati. Iowa money line at home against Penn State. Rutgers money line at home against Maryland. Wisconsin money line at Northwestern, and Drake money line at Evansville. And then his first basket, he's got a first basket parlay for tonight. Of course, you know my man's going in on Jokic. You know that. He didn't even send it to me. He doesn't have to. You know he's betting Jokic tonight. But he's also got Julius Randle and Jokic parlayed. I like that bet a lot. Spencer, the soccer god, Spencer's a funny guy because based on him, he had a terrible day. I don't think it was that bad. Your boy's doing okay, but he's hitting one of these. All right. Got a big one, and then he's got a condensed version, a couple baby parlays, just like I like them. All right, so the big one, Siena -5, Houston -12.5, Drake -12.5, UNLV -13.5, Wagner -6.5, Navy -4.5, Xavier -8.5, Wisconsin -6, Loyola Maryland -11, and Little Rock -4. This is the type of bet. He had 3 of these yesterday. Ugh. And oh God, I wanted to hit one so bad, but he's back with more. This one's gonna hit today. The condensed version of that is Drake -12.5, Houston -12.5, Xavier -8.5, Navy -4.5, Wagner -6.5. I'm probably gonna bet them both if I'm being honest, but I like that one a lot. Baby parlays, I love both of these. Houston -12.5 and over 136. Drake -12.5 and over 133.5. Same as SPP. We're all on the Drake train still. We love him. All right. This is what I got today. I got, like I said, not a ton. Couple baby parlays. My first basket parlay strategy, yada. And then I'll give you my straight up picks and we'll get into the locks. All right. Wisconsin -6.5 and over 130.5. I love this bet. I love Wisconsin today at Northwestern. Wisconsin is a force. Northwestern is a pile of shit. That line, honest to God, makes me nervous because I don't know how it isn't higher, but I'm riding with it because it's just so good. It's just so good. This bet breaks my heart, but I'm almost putting it in as a mush, hopefully. But I'll just give it to you. Iowa -11.5 and over 157.5. I can't see Penn State winning this game today. I'm going to be rooting for them so hard. I am going to be praying that they get this done. I hope I lose this bet because I want Penn State to win this game so badly. I just don't see it happening. They have not been great recently. They played Ohio State tough for about 3/4 of that game and then gave it away at the end. I hate to say it. So we're going to move on from that. First basket. I'm doing all the combinations of Jokic and Jamal Murray, Embiid and Simmons. Like always, I'm like an old man buying his daily lottery tickets with my favorite numbers every day. I will bet this every single night these two teams play. Then I'm going a little bit light. I got a little overboard with these the other night when all 3 of these teams play, but the Bucks will also play tonight. So I will also be sprinkling on Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, and Simmons, Murray, Chris Middleton. Give it a sprinkle. Because it is 100% worth it. But my favorite, like I said, Jokic and Murray, Embiid and Simmons. Get them every way you can. I love that every single night these guys play. All right, my straight up picks. Boston -3 at New Orleans. Nuggets -3 at Atlanta. Sixers money line at the Raptors. That's what I'm taking now. Once they announce if everybody's playing, I might go in on the spread depending on where it lands. I should probably just get a little one in right now because if they announce the whole crew is playing, I told you that line is going to go up. I bet you it goes up to 6 at least. At least I bet it's 6.5 if they announce everybody's playing. Nets Clippers under 235.5. Listen, when the Nets play a team that has average or below average defense, you bet the over every single time. They play a team that has a tough defense like the Lakers the other night, or the Clippers tonight, or the Sixers, teams like that. take the under because the line's still going to be pretty high. 235.5 I love. That comes down to 230 or so, which it most likely will. That line sunk like an anchor against the Lakers. That makes me a little bit nervous, even though it was like, I think it was 207 was the total against the Lakers. I like this one under. Man, we'll see how ballsy I can get. Maybe I do an alt line of like 220 or 215 and bet that too. But 235.5, I love the under on that. I'm taking OSU money line at home against Michigan. These teams are so evenly matched. At this point, they're both playing at such a high level. And obviously, big-time rivalry between these two schools. I think you just got to take the home team today. Because it's a toss-up. It's a pick-em. I told you, this line, just like a wave. I'm going home team. Ohio State money line. Drake minus 12 against Evansville. I actually love both of these teams, but Drake just far superior to Evansville. Evansville is not that good. They have gotten me a couple clutch wins this year, but Drake is going to smoke them today. The official pick for Iowa Penn State is just over 157.5. Penn State can score. Iowa does not play any defense and can score at will. This is going to be a high game. I see this. Iowa might put up 100, like if we're being honest, and Penn State could easily hit 80 plus. Wisconsin minus 6 at Northwestern. I told you I love this game. Hockey guy. Winnipeg Jets money line, baby. I told you that I love the Oilers. Guess what? I also love the Winnipeg Jets. They're going to beat Vancouver at Vancouver tonight. This one's been up and down too with the line back and forth. I got in minus 108 on the money line. It has since the odds have gotten shorter. I want to say it's like minus 116, minus 120, something like that. So Vegas knows. They know what's going on. Winnipeg's winning this game tonight. By the way, I hate these 10 o'clock games though. All right, locks. We got Stevie player props. Drake minus 12.5. The Knicks minus 3 and the Sixers minus 2.5. I like all three of those. I think Stevie gets back on track today. Seanny Sizzle, Bruins money line. I don't know. I mean, he definitely knows more about hockey than me. And when I initially saw this, I kind of thought it was a troll because they're playing the Flyers. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Last time I bet the Flyers, they lost. And you know what? The Flyers probably don't even have all their players because they got this coronavirus thing going on. Great pick by Sean. That one is going to hit. Spencer, Drake minus 12.5. Drake squad. Houston minus 12.5. And the Sixers money line. Sixers, baby. God, I'm excited. All right. Iowa, Penn State. This is me. Iowa, Penn State over 157.5. Wisconsin minus 6 and the Winnipeg Jets to win at Vancouver. I already told you those are all my favorite picks. You probably saw that coming that those are my locks. All right. Switching it up a little bit today with the shot and shotgun. We are going Wild Turkey, but Wild Turkey Long Branch. This is a little higher end product from my boys at Wild Turkey. It is slightly less proof than the 101. Clocks in around 96, 97%, 96%, or 96 proof, excuse me. And even just that little difference in the alcohol, it is incredibly smooth. I mean, it tastes much lighter than the 101. It's very good. I still prefer 101. That's my favorite. But basically the hierarchy, Wild Turkey, 101, Long Branch, Rare Breed. This was the last one I was waiting to try, and Wild Turkey shortage. But it's back. We're going with that today. And we are going with Hitchhiker Brewing, Hole Punch Mango. I've had a few of these now. I had the Hole Punch Ambrosia for the Super Bowl, which was basically like a fruit punch milkshake IPA, and that was tremendous. I had the Blueberry Pie, which same thing. It's like this milkshake series of beers. Very good, very good. Did not like that as much as the Ambrosia. The mango is phenomenal. It kind of tastes like if you know what Rita's is, it tastes like a mango misto from Rita's. It is, man, it's good stuff. All right, so let me get we got a winner here. Look at that. The way that this is lined up, it's right on this seam, so I don't even need to cut the label out. All right, so we are going for points in Penn State, Iowa. This one's going through the roof. I know it is. And you know what? Hopefully it's because Penn State has to outscore Iowa and win this game. Wisconsin. Oh boy, that did not go well. Jeez. Sometimes these cans, like, they're too soft. So you start trying to get that hole open and it's like pushing on like a waterbed. It's only, it's not, it's always these pounder cans. Like, I don't know. I don't know. They suck. They suck for shotguns, excuse me. All right. And the Winnipeg Jets, because I'm a hockey guy. So, here we go. That was delightful. Man, both of those, so good. And as strange as it may sound, like a perfect combination of flavor between the two. I do that all day. It's phenomenal. All right, guys, we'll be back on Tuesday. Your boy needs to step his game up today. The boys are all winning today, though. We are going to close this weekend out good, go into this final week, and we're going to make some money together. All right, check me out on TikTok. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know what you're betting. You can mock and ridicule me for my horrible picks, or you can wallow in your sorrows with me. I love you guys.